You are listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast, a podcast by diehard fans for fans. Mark covers all things Penn State football and the Pittsburgh Steelers, as well as anything related to the sports and fitness world. Tune in weekly to listen to a couple of dedicated fans talk about these topics without filters. Thank you for listening to the Mark Lesko Podcast.
What's up, Steeler Nation? Welcome to the Mark Lesko Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Rod, and this is Steelers Central. All right, guys, kickoff talking point. How should we give our losing faces? Let's see. We could go with the classic pout. We can, throw our fists up in the anger with our teeth clenched. We could also, just do the classic arms up in the air and smack the knee, There's so many options we can go with. But in all seriousness, guys, this, in any other circumstance, if this was 10, 15 years ago, this would be hailed as like the greatest ending to a season because we know what it would actually be back then. There would actually be so much competitive, like the nature of this game would just be all over the place. This would be the greatest moment, like purple versus black and gold, the Ravens versus the Steelers, guys, AFC North division football. Like, again, if this was like Troy Polamalu, James Harrison years, we'd all be going completely berserk. This would be the greatest ending to a season we would ever see. But that's not the case. The rivalry itself is basically down there at the bottom of everybody's lists. This is just really about the fact that we have been disappointed. We have been just agitated with the entire franchise, kind of from both sides. Even the Ravens haven't been showing up the way they normally do, and it's kind of been disappointing in that too. We always expect this to be a competitive game. We always want these guys to show up and give it their all, and just seems like we can't do that. Between the injuries, between the play calling, there's just so many things that have gone wrong. And of course, you have to insert the bizarre DK Metcalf suspension, the collapsed lung problem from DJ Watt. This whole season has ended with just so many bizarre issues. And right now we're just going into it knowing that we're going to lose. We all have to kind of just put this in that atmosphere because, again, if you go into it with that type of mindset, if they win, you're just delightfully surprised. You're just going to be actually enjoying the moment. But in the end, we know what is really up against them right now today because no DK Metcalf, and the obvious solution that everybody, a cross-eyed sloth could give you this, solution to this problem. Use Pat Freiermuth. Use Jonnu Smith. Use Kenneth Gainwell as a wide receiver, but naturally that's not going to be the case. Mike Tomlin and Arthur Smith have just decided to make this the most egregious and just asinine game that you could pretty much give. We know what these guys are all about. They are just about knowing their game plan, and they won't go off it. For some odd reason, it's like you can't look at your situation and change it. I know that the Steelers would love nothing more, or the fans would love nothing more for them to actually give them a surprise. They're really trying their darnest. Maddie, what is up, my man? I'm trying to get you in here, but it won't let me do it. Hold on. There he is. What is up, my man? Oh, we're really ready for this one, guys. I got my friends coming over for this game. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited because, again, this kind of game should get you excited. We should all be wanting this matchup to go as well as it possibly can with the weapons that they do have. Like, dude, this has got to be one of the most important circumstances for the Steelers organization, guys. We know that, Mike Tomlin has always been the most egotistical and just so it's just not necessary for him to be that arrogant or that much of a diva himself, but this is how he wants to conduct these games, guys. He wants them to come down to the wire. He wants them to always be the biggest hype up they can give. And then what do they give us? They give us this mindset that you're just not going to win. There's just not any kind of certainty for this. I mean, no, I know that, dude. I'm just saying you're in the comments. You're actually there, man. This is just awesome. So let's see. Is what bring in for this game after? Yes, they bring him back for this one. He is cleared to play. These guys have been wanting him since that surgery. And yeah, and defensively, we know what this game is going to be about. This is going to be about stopping Derrick Henry. I mean, knowing they've got Derek Harmon in this game. This is the real matchup of this, guys. This is Derek Harmon versus Derrick Henry. I know a lot of guys are involved too, but Derrick Henry has never faced Derek Harmon yet as a player. So let's see here. Let's see. Yep. Oh, thanks, dude. Let's see. Sorry, can't get down with the Steelers team with Tomlin no more. No, Steve, this is what we all know. This is why we got to prepare for this loss. We got to just have it in our mindsets that this is how this game is going to go down, because we know that Tomlin can't win the big game. We know this guy is just historically one of the more disappointing coaches when it comes to this type of pressure situation, showing up when it matters. And yeah, it's always about what they don't have, and they don't have DK Metcalf. So they have to pivot. They have to pivot into a tight end situation. I know that the Ravens favor zone coverage instead of man, because they're more about stopping our run. I mean, Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell could have a game today. They could very well, because the Ravens don't have as good a defense as the Browns. We really have to remember that. This is not a team that you have to think of in the same light. I know it's a division game. They're gonna bring everything they possibly can. But I did see news that Rashad Bateman is out for this game. Marlon Humphrey, he's sick. He's not going to be 100% for this game. Let's see here. I mean, we upset the Lions. Everyone thought we were going to lose that one, but yes, I think it's smart not to get our hopes up. Hey, again, we have to, guys. This is like a psychological thing that I have to do with myself too. Many years, if all my friends know this, I am a very emotional guy when it comes to these games. It could just be one play and I'm just like out the door, out the room, just like shut it off. It's over. Like I can be that a little overbearing when it comes to the games. But I do make a promise, if my friends are watching, I will not do that for this game. I have been better these last several years when it comes to watching a game. These podcasts are therapeutic for me as well. Getting my emotions out now has really helped me establish like how to deal with these games, know how to watch them, know what to expect coming into it, because you got to move on no matter what. This is really what it is, guys. But the bottom line is this is probably the biggest setup for any two teams to go into a game, not just because the division's on the line. There is so many tangibles that are about to go down with both Baltimore and Pittsburgh if they lose. If we lose, in both cases for both teams, whoever loses, their coach is fired. Their franchise basically is going to go into a rebuild, because there are a lot of pieces that need to be addressed. I mean, I guess the difference between the Ravens and the Steelers' situation is that Lamar is still young enough for them to keep him as the franchise quarterback, so they wouldn't have to, get too much rebuilt, but it still would be kind of like these guys, the Ravens, have been building him up for the last 5 years. And yes, I know this dude is a good quarterback. I know this, but I do not trust this guy to throw the ball as well as he can throw it. I know this guy is really good at running the ball. I know he has the ability to strike at any point. He is a very talented guy. He is. But I have noticed in the past, when we force him to do something, that's when we get him. If we can somehow bottle up Derrick Henry and we force him to do something, that's when it's like, okay, maybe we can get him to make a mistake. We can get a pick. We can, get something, turn over anything to make this happen. It is a winnable game, guys. I know that everything is spelling out we are losing this game. I get that. I'm not an idiot. I'm not an unrealistic person. I know the expectations for this game are basically slim to none. But, if we're really breaking this down, the 5 things that I want to see from this game is I just want, number one, I just want these players to find every which way they can win, even if it's in spite of the coaching staff. I really don't care if they have a game plan. I don't care if they don't have anything to give these guys something to play for. These players need to, in this game, just find ways to win. Just go off script, find Calvin Austin if he's healthy. If you can, again, Pat Freiermuth, I feel so bad for this dude. I feel like we have to give a lament for this dude's season, because when you hear Arthur Smith, he brings in all of his tight end knowledge, and yet we basically squandered that position outside of Darnell Washington. I understand that this guy is a huge dude. Darnell, if no one knows, this guy 6'7", 280. This man is a freaking monster, and now he's out for this game. And they have no choice but to go with Jonnu or Pat. And with Pat's circumstance, I just will never understand what the issue is for putting him in this game. But just, guys, this is a very good tight end. I'm not saying he's top 10 elite, or could he be? I don't know if they ever wanted to use him. But he definitely has enough of the skills and the talent to make him a very reliable option in this game. When we had that drive at the end of the Browns game, I know he was about 80% of the reason why they went down the field. So between Kenneth and Pat, please establish these guys in this game plan today. That's really what they need to do. Number 2, obviously the number 2 thing, stop Derrick Henry. Stop the run game. Build and pile on as much as you possibly can to get that guy out of that situation. Hold him under 100 yards. You did it the last time, and you were able to do something with that game. We were able to win it. I know we went into Baltimore. I know we also had DK in that one game. I'm not going to, pretend like, oh, well, we beat them last time, but that was because we had DK and now we don't. So I know we have to stop the run. If you don't stop the run today, this game is going to be long. It's going to be frustrating, and it's just going to be a repeat of last year. Let's see here. So you got to walk the pup. See you later, buddy. Pizza and win. Oh, man, I'm looking forward to it, dude. I can't wait. So number 3, guys, I think what you need to see tonight is I just think you need to see this rivalry just kind of reborn. Just both teams show up, make it a really fun game. I really think that's an important thing to see. Like, I feel like we have kind of gotten away from this narrative that this is not one of the most watched rivalries or most watched football games of the season. It has been, for the most part, we have owned Lamar Jackson and Ravens. But yes, these last couple of games with Derrick Henry has changed that narrative back to who knows where it's going to go. I know that this team, in terms of the defense, the Ravens, I know they are kind of banged up. They're not as good as the Browns is. And I know that if they do man coverage, it will force Jalen and Kenneth to do something with the legs. But again, we have so many guys healthy again, folks. We have gotten so many guys back. Isaac Salmalo is coming back. And, who was the other offensive guy? No, it was Brandon Eccles. I'm thinking Brandon Eccles on the other side. He's coming back. That is going to be huge. Brandon Eccles coming back for this game is the cornerback. He is going to be inserted, and that way Jalen Ramsey and Duggar can do their safety stuff. It's going to make it such an important game for them to give it all that they've got with the healthiest. This is the healthiest they've been so far this season. So, yes, I think we need to see this rivalry be pushed back like it was all those years ago, guys. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle it. Number 4, I guess just crowd, give it your all if it's bad. Like I'm just saying, rain it down, show these the national audience what we are looking for, which is to either find a way back to the playoffs or to get something going in that direction to start again. Like, I hate that we may have to go through a tough rebuild, but this is what the Steelers have done. They put themselves in this situation where they don't want to change anything. They don't want to try to adapt to this style of play like Mike Tomlin's old school, and this way of doing it is just not there anymore. So I understand that it could very well be a tough transition, but I'm all for it. I'm ready for something different if it goes down, because this whole inconsistent, we don't know where it's going thing is just, it's got to end. There's no way you can, as a fan, enjoy knowing you're going into a season with all the inconsistencies every single year. And again, does it make it exciting? Sure, but not in a fun way. So let's just hear it loud and proud, guys, tonight. Steeler Nation represent. Number 5, guys, and finally, win. Just find a way to win, because I know that I just said I'd like to see a rebuild, but at the same time, I want to see us get into the playoffs and try to win something again, because we do have talent on this team. There's so many guys that deserve at least one shot at a Super Bowl. I know we're not getting to the Super Bowl. Let's not be completely unrealistic, but it's definitely something that would be a victory in itself. Like, for you to get over some hump of the problems that this team has been facing for a decade, just to see one of those things get crossed off the list, that would be something satisfying for me as a fan to see, for them to say, hey, at least they're going out, with some sort of run, with some sort of push. It would be really nice to see that, guys. So to end it all, guys, with this episode, we break down this game now. I did say at my preseason this was going to be a win. I said that at the end of the season this was going to be the last win of the season, so hopefully that comes true. But to break down this game, this is going to be so much fun. I personally think this game is going to be an ugly, classic AFC North score. It's going to be low. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be cold at night. So in the Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, first quarter, you are going to see the Ravens score a field goal. I think we're going to kick a field goal. It's going to be 3-3. And then in the second quarter, we are going to score a touchdown. We are going to do that, and I think it's going to be kind of a pick six, or going to be some defensive turnover that gets us 1 or 2 plays and gets us in the end zone. And it's going to be the same thing, not the same thing, but they're going to score in response. So it's going to be 10-10 going into the half. And then in the third quarter, I think we are going to have it go back and forth, but nothing. No score in the third quarter. I think it's just going to be punting back and forth. And it's going to be 10-10 going into the fourth. And then with about 8 minutes left, I think that the Ravens are finally going to break our plane. They're going to get into our territory, and they're going to get down to about the 30-yard line. They're going to have a 47-yard field goal with about 5-6 minutes left. They're going to kick a field goal. They're going to be up 13-10. And in that final drive, we're going to make it ugly. It's going to be just dink and dunk like that one drive we had last week. It's just going to be 4 or 5 yards every time with a run or a completion. We'll make one big push downfield, and they'll get a defensive pass interference, put us at like the 40-35 of the Ravens with about 3 minutes left. We're going to use the 2-minute warning. We're going to keep pushing and pushing. It's going to get down to about a minute and a half. We're going to get down to the 10-yard line, make it first and goal. We're going to milk it for everything we've got. And by third and goal, we're going to just push that thing in with Jalen or Kenneth, and we're going to go up 17-13, and that's going to be your final, folks. This is my prediction, guys. So, and let me end it with this, guys. This was my first full season doing this show for Mark and doing for the Mark Lesko podcast, and I could not honestly say how much fun I have had getting this season ready, doing all this stuff for him. Like, it's a great platform, and I'm honored to have a chance to do so. I love doing this for you guys. I hope that you guys enjoy it. So to wrap this season up, this back and forth, confusing, sometimes good streak, sometimes bad, crazy 2025 season, let's start 2026 saying that we are going to end it with a victory, get these older guys a chance to do something with their careers. They've been here long enough. They've earned that right. So I hope you guys enjoy this game. It's going to be really tough to watch, as we always know, for the final game. Again, I'm going into it knowing we may lose this game, but that's my prediction. So I will see you guys after the game. And let's go Steelers, guys.